Welcome to another episode of Small Talk with Jill, virtually exploring businesses one interview at a time. Today I'll be speaking with Pastor Sylvia Barrett of the Milford United Methodist Church.
Take a moment here to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any other updates from Small Talk with Jill. Hello, Pastor Sylvia. I'm so happy to have you join me today and see that you're well. Welcome to Small Talk with Jill.
Well, hi, Jill. I'm just delighted to be here. And you are a friend, a good friend. And I also know you're a good influence on people in small communities. So just thank you for doing this. I think it's a wonderful initiative.
You already wear so many hats with what you do and with the community and with your membership. And now that we're going through this COVID-19, I'm sure it changed the directions of things. You know, hey, I'm a Catholic, but we can practice any faith we want. And guess what? I'm excited to tell you. You know how I've said I want to get to one of your Sunday services, and I hadn't had a chance. But guess what? I have now, and I didn't know you could play the guitar.
Well, I don't walk around only onto strumming it, so you don't have to come to Milford. But no, well, I'm delighted. And, you know, we've heard from people all over the US that have tuned into our virtual service. And for many times we've talked about doing an online service, but we were sort of pushed into it. As everybody else has been, we've just had to, readdress and recalibrate what we do. But it's turned into quite a blessing. And I have to say that in light of the last few days, you know, we went through that real dark time when we weren't quite sure what's going on. And there's a lot of information coming out there. But we seem to be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's re-energized. And I just am thrilled at the prospect that at some point we can all walk into stores and buy things and talk to people again, because you take it for granted, you know, and then suddenly you can't do it, and it makes sense. So yes, it's been a big shift. But on the other hand, I always see it, you know, what are we going to learn from this? How can we grow from this? And already several blessings have come forth from the online service, which we will carry on doing once we are back in the sanctuary, because there's a real need and people enjoy doing that on Sunday morning, staying in their PJs, drinking coffee and attending church.
I was in my PJs, I admit.
I do observe the dress code in the sanctuary.
I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and I actually listened to a podcast last week, and I believe it was hosted by NPR, and they actually spoke with, I can't remember what denomination that he represented in New York City, and he is in the thick of things. One thing that he spoke about was the difference in how he had to minister. You know, when he ministers, you know, normally, or what our old norm was, it was comfort. So you could touch somebody's hand, you could hug somebody, and he said he had to turn it around, and it had to become a dialogue, and he's, you know, more words to comfort in it, and it started to be challenging and just a whole new, again, just like the virtual services, a whole new way to comfort others. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, very much so. It's been heartbreaking to me because, you know, we are there for people during difficult times, and that involves touch, and that involves proximity, and it involves sort of intimacy in a way, because you're helping the family through a tough time. And so it goes against every fiber of my being just to be at a distance. And still, we can still comfort, but it's changing the paradigm of it, you know. But there's two things that I've really sort of taken away from this. And first of all, yes, the heartbreak of not being able to, you know, physically be there for people, but being able to comfort with words and also with shared times and, you know, prayers. And that still draws people together very much. But the other thing, and you probably laugh, and probably people will laugh, but I think God is, you know, he's just a reminder of what's out there in the world, because there's a robin that's taken up his accommodation on my side porch. And this robin has such a personality. It's a very large single robin. And he, from the first day, it's like, it's a reminder that nature's carried on. They don't know about the coronavirus. He just carries on with life, you know. And despite the difficulty times we are going through at the moment, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and we have to keep that optimism, and we have to be prepared for, you know, the excitement that is to come. Because just imagine just how thrilled everybody's going to be able to get back into our new normal. It might take a while, but it's still the anticipation. So I'm excited for what is to come.
I agree with you regarding especially nature. Today, this morning, I was watching Mama and Papa Duck on the pond, and they were coming out of there and just hanging out. I've had the deer come face up to the windows, and yeah, they're carrying on, and I'm hoping, life gets fast paced, or it has been in the past, and we caught up in things, we lose what's important, and the thing that we miss, I think, and I'm hoping comes out of it, is when I say, Pastor Sylvia, how are you? That I pause.
Right. And you listen.
I hear you. I listen.
That's right.
And I listen. So you've had followers from outside of the community. That's exciting.
Yeah, I've got a minister over in Seattle that tunes in. I've got my kids over in Canada. I've got somebody in Germany. I don't know how I got somebody in Germany, but it's incredible. And what is also wonderful is that I can tune into other people, because normally I'm busy on Sunday morning, so I can't see other people's service. But now I have the opportunity to join other, forms of worship and to do that. So it's been there are blessings in there as well. And I've, obviously this is I'm not in any way, shape or form belittling what has taken place, because it's been a huge, just stopping, in our tracks like that back in March was just a very traumatic experience for a lot of people. But, we did what we had to do, and now we're getting to the stage where we can anticipate. So I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. So if there's one word, I am putting you on the spot. Again, we're going back to the words. We got to use words here. If there's one word that you'd like people to hold on to during this time, or is there one word? Maybe I should ask it that way. Won't put you on the spot so in such a difficult fashion that people could hold on to. What word would you give to them?
I think resilience. That we are, as human beings, we're very adaptable and we're resilient. And the hard times knock us down, but it's just like that song about the plant, but the rubber tree plant. And life is, getting pushed down 5 times, but getting up the 6th time. There's sort of I don't know, something about a rubber tree plant.
Rubber tree plant, and yes. We've got high hope. Is that it?
There you go. Thank you very much, Jill. That's
I can't remember the rest of it, but
success in life is being knocked down 5 times, but getting up for the 6th time. We're resilient as human beings. We adapt, and we have the hard times, but especially if you can come alongside each other and commiserate, that is huge. And I think that's why it's nice. It's so good and positive, to remind ourselves what is important. And you said about what would we take away from this? Well, the importance of family, faith, and friends, because that really is far more important than anything else, that we hang in there and hunker down. And I've been talking to my son every day on Facebook and on FaceTime.
Probably more than we usually talk with our family, right?
More. Every day at 2:00 he calls, and we talk about this and we talk about that. It's been wonderful. That's been a wonderful blessing. And any parent out there knows what I mean. So there's been a hidden blessing. And I think we're coming to the point where, praise the Lord, we can turn ourselves around and say, okay, what comes next? But not forget what we've gone through. So we can. That's
right. And your congregation has gone through a lot, because you had to go through rebuild of the church that many may not even know who are following. I don't know if you want to touch upon that, but you have led people through some very trying times. So when you say resilient,
I mean resilient, yeah. And as I said, I came in 2013, and we built up the congregation. So 2017, there were 70 people in there, and then the church burned down. And I thought, oh darn, now I've got to build it all back up again. So then we build it up again, and we go into the new church in June, and we've been there, and now we have the coronavirus. And darn, we've got to recalibrate and draw ourselves back in. So I think that's about it. I'm hoping and praying that that's enough challenges for one lifetime. But who knows? Who knows what life? I mean, that's it with life. You never know.
You
never know. You just got to be Yeah, and resilient. Face it, it is what it is. And a friend of mine, she would say that, Tara, it is what it is, and you have to accept where you are, and then say, okay, well, this is where I want to be, and this is how I'm going to get there. So there you go. And you're a perfect example of that, because you are very, what I would say, gung-ho. You're very positive, and people love coming to see you.
It's mutually gratifying, because I love people. We all feed off of one another. So it's my needs, your needs, back and forth. I think that builds and inspires, and just keeps us going. It keeps us going. Keep our heart open.
These Zoom meetings have been, very interesting, because I'd never done anything like this before. But we're all Zooming away now. I mean, if you'd said to us 6 weeks ago we'd be Zooming, we'd be looking at you as if you're crazy. So I mean, it's amazing. Again, we're resilient. We are adapting, and actually working at the moment with Hartwick College. We're going to be doing an online Zoom gathering next week for the faculty and the staff and the students, just to come together. So online, to sort of reimagine and again, be resilient and come alongside. So the Zoom meetings in themselves, I'm Zooming left, right, and center. It's
I want to see some Zoom guitar concerts from you.
Oh, right. Well, now I play guitar. Next time I come into Onions, I'll bring my guitar and serenade you then as I come in the door.
I would absolutely, positively love it.
We have the online virtual service on Sunday mornings, and you can either go to our website, which is milford.church. Nice, easy one, milford.church. And if you click on the news tab, that will take you straight to the service. Or if you're a Facebook fiend, then you can go to Facebook and look at the church Facebook page, which is Milford United Methodist Church, on Sunday morning. Stay in your pajamas, brew yourself a nice cup of coffee or tea, and join us on Sunday morning. We'd love to have you.
So I have one more question, because I know that the church serves others. Is there anything here that anybody following, is there a need that are you collecting food, or is there anything for a need for any of your congregation or any of the organizations that you serve, that you might need that we could help you with?
Right. Well, with we do have a food pantry, and of course there's been an increased need for that. So if people would like to donate, then that would be wonderful. If you sent it to if you had a financial donation, then PO Box 127 in Milford, that's our church PO box. But that is a real need, a continuing need to support our local food pantry. So that would be.
And how would they drop off, or how do they get the food to you?
The food pantry operates on a Saturday morning, 9:30 to 11:30. But they gather on a Friday usually to organize and pick up the food. They're part of the regional food bank. But if you had food items that you like to drop off at the church, then drop them off on Friday.
Friday. With masks and gloves, drop them off on Friday. And you want them non-perishable, or would it be non-perishable items, or refrigerated items?
Because as long as they can be distributed on the Saturday, so you drop them off on the Friday, so as long as they can last until the Saturday morning, then that would be greatly appreciated. That would be wonderful.
Good. Let's hope that we can get more food, and thank you for all that you do. And I know that you're wearing so many hats, and you already do, and you're serving so many people. Mm-hmm. And I'm so grateful that you were able to take the time, and we hope that this will help serve those that you serve.
Yeah, and if anybody would like to contact, like ask them. Well, you've got my telephone number, so if anybody's interested in talking, then pass on the number. Okay. I'll be happy to. We've got to stick together, but it's a delight and a pleasure. Happy to Zoom with you anytime you like.
Be well, my friend. God bless you, and I love you.
God bless you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you know a business or own a business you'd like to see featured, please comment below. If you are new, consider subscribing to this channel and sharing it with other people who would enjoy its content. Until next time, remember, here on Small Talk, we are connecting people to people and business to business.